They're both now fathers. And so now they have to make fairy tales. I'd like to reintroduce you to the directors of Livid, Julien, Maury, and Bustillo. So, congratulations on making a totally different film, a very visually arresting film. Can you talk a little bit more about your inspirations for it and where the story came from? It's a very dreamlike, surreal story. Can you talk about how you came up with it?
Our principal influence was a French novel, Mal à Taverne. It's absolutely not an horror novel or fantastic novel. It's about 3 young guys during the First World War, decided to go into the house of an old lady to grip her money. It's a drama. And with Julien, we love this book. And we asked the question, how can we make a fantasy version of the book? It's so simple. And the other influence, like I said at the beginning of the screening, is the Argento's movies in general, and Suspiria in particular, and that kind of stuff.
Yes, because you really created just a very intense atmosphere throughout the kind of the set pieces and the production design as well. Production design really makes the film. How did you find the house? I mean, even when they go into the basement, it felt all so real. I mean, and you said that it was the same budget as Inside, and you were working with the same team.
Yes, it has been hard to raise the money, because in France it's really hard to do horror or fantastic movies. And so we had quite the same budget as Inside, and for those who have seen Inside, Livid is much more ambitious in terms of acting, makeup, and action. And so we have the strength to have the same crew. And they decided to follow us with Livid, and without they have the budget problems, and so they say, okay, we are going to do the best with the less.
We would like to thank our producer, because I think they are the last in France who wants to do horror movies. So, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to ask you, the editor of this film, Baxter, I think is pretty much now kind of the editor of Midnight Madness, because he did High Tension, he does all of Alexandre's films, he did Inside, and he edited The Incident, which we're screening tomorrow night, Alex's film. Can you talk about your relationship with him? Because, I mean, it's so well cut, and the shocks, everything just kind of moves, and what's your relationship with him?
He's a bad motherfucker. No, I really mean it. He's a sort of
a tyrant.
Mixed with an SS, you know? It's like... But we love him. No, we have a really strong relationship, and if I say that, it's because he has a really specific way to work, which is to say the truth. And as filmmaker, it's sometimes really hard to hear the truth, like you've done shit. And what I see is shit, it's not going to work. You are going to be ridiculous and stuff like that. So in the beginning we fight, and after we begin the real work. And that's really priceless, especially in that business, the movie industry, and people who say the truth and who say, no, that's not good, we must find a way to get the movie better. And so, no, he's really priceless, and he's a real friend, and and sometimes he's wrong. So
maybe you can ask the same question tomorrow at Alex, who is with us, because Baxter told us that on the incident it was like heaven, it was perfect. So
yeah, it was a way for him to to crush us again. Say that.
Do we have any questions from the audience here? Let's see. Yes.
C'était quoi les noms du roman que vous avez montré qu'il a choisi?
Ah bah c'est l'euro. Alors, the question is, what's the name of the book she took? And the name of the book she took is the French novel Malataverne. It's written on the cover.
Yes.
Is there anything you wanted to do that weren't able to do, either budget-wise or the effects-wise, you just couldn't pull it off?
It translates.
Yes, of course. We, as I've said, it was ambitious, but it was more ambitious on the script, and we had to cut off a lot of action and special effects and stuff. So it was frustrating, but I think it's the way it works. It's always the same, and we've decided to do our second movie in France, and we knew it was going to be hard because no one wants to hear about the genre in France except our producer and a few people, and so we knew the conditions. We could do an American movie with a bigger budget, but we decided to stay in France and to have the free hands. So it was the price to pay.
Yes.
How did you find the house, and what did you do to decorate it? And I'm also just curious, was any of it a set? Was it all shot on location?
The question was, how did you find the house, and was it a set or was it all done on location?
It's funny because on the inside our house was very usual, and it was very difficult to find it. And on Livid, we wanted a big house, fairy tale house, and we have found it very quickly near Paris. It was an empty house, totally empty, abandoned, and we have decorated here.
They did an amazing stuff. You know, the house was really empty. The walls, it was there was nothing in it, and we had to find stuff to fill the house, and it was kind of hard because in the basement you can find quite everything that we could find everywhere in the garbage, and so yeah.
Well, it's got an incredible atmosphere, just knowing that you kind of went in with a blank canvas. You did an amazing job, because that house is almost a character of itself.
Yeah, it was on the intention note. You know, we always consider the house as a character, and it's the house is changing, and and we to the decoration department we say, okay, so it's a character, and Jesse's room is the head. So they are like in Moby Dick, you know, in the whale, you know. So you can imagine where they are coming in, the basement. It's the ass.
Ass of the whale. All right. That's waving here. Yes.
There's someone sleeping here.
Do you have a question? Yes.
Will you guys ever do a comedy?
Will you guys ever do a comedy?
That's a comedy.
Yes.
2 questions. For the main character, the crazy old lady, is she like vampire part zombie? And then why
Is the crazy old lady vampire part zombie?
Part witch.
Part witch?
She's a crossover between a vampire and witch.
You were right.
And why did she wait so long to fix her daughter? Isn't that just lazy parenting?
Why did she wait so long to fix her daughter? Isn't that lazy parenting?
It's a movie. Good question.
Up front. Okay, hold on a second.
I just wondered if you could explain your relationship with scissors. Okay.
We love scissors.
Is that going to be a trademark in every one of your films? There's going to be a pair of scissors placed somewhere obvious and then used later, even if it's for, I don't know, cutting out coupons? All right, let's have one last question here. Okay, knock 'em dead with this one.
Was there some King Kong influence in the final demise of the whole thing?
King Kong influence with the final demise of the old lady.
Yes. Yes, we thought about it, and it was a reference for the makeup team, but more gore. Does the scene work? Yeah. Because you have to know. You have to know that tonight was the first screening with an audience, so you are the first to see the movie. So.
We look forward to having you back in the future with more scary delights. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.